And that's how you go the speed of light.
It's American Poltergeist, everybody. Oh my God. I want this show to be over. Because then I can go breach my brain. Don't have to remember
Get
this
some
shit
mental floss.
anymore. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's like so much
I
mental
think-
floss in the world.
I think we broke Dell.
Oh, yeah. Dell's broken. Now you get to find out why.
More done.
We've made it.
Well, greetings and salutations, everybody. Show of hands, how many people want to give this movie a few whacks with the axe?
Yeah. Maybe 40 whacks.
41.
Oh, yep, you're right.
Welcome
41.
to the Tomb of the Terrible. And tonight's movie, in case you have bleached it from your mind already, is American Poltergeist. And the description I'm taking directly from Amazon is: it was in August 4th, 1892, when a girl named Lizzie Borden murdered her parents in their home in Fall River, Massachusetts. 100 years later, another murder took place in the same house. Now a small group of friends who decide to vacation in the beautiful yet haunted house for the fall semester will have to escape from one of the deadliest poltergeists in American history. Nicely done,
That's
thank
the whole
you.
vibe right there. One soundbite. That's the whole vibe in the movie.
Yeah.
Just listen to that.
What did everybody think of this movie?
I
What did everybody think of this movie?
It was the thing I watched.
I probably should have been drunk when I tried to see it.
I mean, I was high and it didn't help that much.
I want my time back. I want my time.
Well,
I thought you were going to go with the baby back ribs there for a second.
Well,
No.
Dell, this is like our second time reviewing this movie.
Yes, it is. And it hurt
Make
just
it
as
much
much.
better.
That means I've seen it twice and more because I had to go through and pause. So I've seen some parts of it a couple of times because I got screenshots for y'all. And
She does.
I did. I even went through and made them, sized them right, got them all spruced up and shit. So first of all, I would like to address the first thing about this movie that's going to catch you off guard. We're going to go back and look again real quick at the house. Look at that house right there.
That's a
It's out in
beautiful
the middle
house.
of the woods. It's beautiful, old
I
Victorian
want that house.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a nice house.
Okay, but you know what? That's not the house that it takes place in. Yes, but you know, we kind of had a show to do, so we had to watch it. So that's the house that they say that you're expecting to catch this movie in. This, because they don't show the front from the outside very well, is the house that the movie actually takes place in, complete with this pool and jacuzzi that apparently Lizzie enjoyed hanging out in after, maybe washing some blood off of herself from the 81 wax total,
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I'd hang out here. That looks nice.
It looks nice. However, the truth of the matter is, go ahead and show him, Dell.
Oh, wait a second. Well, darn, I thought we were watching the movie in MST. We're going to be doing that.
But yeah, but we can't do it. Yeah, we either have to have filmmaker permission or it's got to be in the public domain in order to do that. And it's just neither.
Right.
This show we just shit on him.
It's a review show.
I was doing so while I was watching it personally, just to maintain my sanity.
Oh, yeah.
However, to do it like on a platform like this, we would need to. There are some things we would need to sign or agree to.
Yeah.
And
so,
given that we're all authors and horror interest people, we all know all the different true crime shit. So this is the actual Lizzie Borden house.
Mhm. Which
That
I
does not
understand.
Yeah, it's now a bed and breakfast.
Yep. The
And you
dead
can
breakfast.
stay in the murder room or Lizzie's room or her sister Emma's room.
It's actually
And
referred to in the dark tourism industry as a dead and breakfast because it's a
Oh.
paranormally thing. Yeah.
And this is Maplecroft, which is the mansion that's a couple miles from the actual house where the murder took place in. And as you can see, there's no pool here, but this is where she spent the rest of her days after she was acquitted for the crime of possibly giving her father 40 whacks and her mother 41. So
Nathaniel Hawthorne would be proud.
That last picture reminded me of a very prominent house in Springfield, Ohio, for some reason.
Oh, which house is that?
It's not that house. It was very similar, like almost a replica of that house. I swear to God, it's in Springfield.
Oh, architecture at the time. People didn't travel that far. They could be
colonial.
like, here, check it out. You can have this house. Does anybody else have this house? I don't want to show up at a ball and be matching someone else. No, nobody else has this house.
Ordered it through Sears.
Yep. The Sears catalog. Bringing it back.
The thing is, Sears used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Send you plans, sell you the wood, and you build it off the plans.
Now you do like Home Depot and you can even do it through Amazon. You can buy the kits through Amazon now. It's crazy. They need to have one like the miniature versions of famous like horror houses. That would be really actually a pretty cool market to have. I'd like like a tiny house like designed after a famous house. Well, can you imagine like the H.H. Holmes Murder Hotel, but like the miniature version?
That would be wow.
I really want to build that on The Sims. I'm hoping somebody already has, because somebody built the entire Palace of Versailles during COVID because they were bored, like down to the pixel.
Yep.
And so I'm like, and I show my mom and she's like, wow, that person could have had a life or something. And I'm like, no, you don't understand.
I've seen Frankenstein's castle from Rocky, to every detail on Sims.
Very nice.
It's up there too. Yeah, I was surprised about it. And the Addams Family home with all the trapdoors and.
The hard part is getting the space for it because you're restricted on the biggest size lot you can have. If they just would make have a huge lot, that would be awesome.
They should open something up for the new one, Project Renee or 5 or whatever we're calling it, where you can have your own custom world. Like you pay like $5 a month or something, but you have your own world, just period. That you can make it however you want, from the developer to the bot, top down. That'd be pretty fucking cool.
That would be cool.
So
your UncleNecRo is amused. Your UncleNecRo is amused.
Del and I play Sims 4. Okay, leave us alone.
Okay,
leave Sims alone.
We're going to have to talk about this sooner or later, guys. So
right.
might as well take a.
You're not wrong.
And Del, there's a little bit of something about your mic that's not.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's wrong with it then.
It sounds a little better than it sounded a minute ago. Volume's down, but the clarity's better.
I will turn up my gain a little bit and see if that helps at all.
No.
Yeah.
It might be the cat purring. You could be picking her up.
No, that made a big difference, an enormous difference.
Okay, cool.
So
we American Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
James.
American Poltergeist. Well, so
how do we know this Poltergeist is American? Did anyone check the Poltergeist birth certificate? Because, man, I got some questions.
You didn't. It was something. I'm pretty sure this Poltergeist voted Republican at one point. I don't know, but
Fair enough.
but this is your standard teenagers rent out a house that's supposedly haunted, and this particular house is owned by a living mannequin. It seemed not exactly the best of the acting chops, ladies and gentlemen. So that's one of the. One of my favorite things about movies like this is just the acting is just terrible. There are several other tropes to be counted off. For instance, we start off with a little bit of a history lesson with we have to do some reading,
Yeah.
and then we're shown the protagonist, I guess, the kill fodder, maybe referred to them.
Yeah.
But all the teenagers, or the 20-something teenagers, the college kids,
Yeah.
having a little conversation in the vehicle on the way over there. Hey, I found this pretty cheap there. Yeah, okay, and we can stop there. And I kept thinking, one of the characters, why is he in the back seat? But it turns out, I guess there was a girlfriend in there, but we didn't know about it because nobody said anything.
Yeah.
But anyway,
It just brings to
they
mind
get
the
to the
Evil Dead
house.
musical.
They're shown around.
God. You're good.
The Evil Dead musical.
No, I forgot what I was saying. You're good. You're good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this movie will do that. But they're given the tour of the house, including the pool / jacuzzi, and already some banging noises. Cash register, old timey cash register opens then shuts, and this movie is just boring as hell.
Yes.
The one girl's taking pictures of the whole thing, and this is one of the pictures that she takes in the very fucking beginning, before they've moved their shit in, while they're outside looking. And she doesn't think there's anything weird about it. Like 10 minutes later, she's like, oh yeah, who's the lady in the blue dress? There's a fucking green lady in old-timey clothes standing up there with black outlined glowing red eyes. You can't really see that because it's daytime, but trust me, they're there. Who's the lady in the blue dress? She went into your bedroom.
I couldn't
There's
even
no
tell
one
that
else
was a
here.
lady.
You look like a dude in a wig.
Well, and the other thing is there are a bunch of mannequins around the house, and I will give them almost credit for part of this, in that there are a couple of scenes, and I started taking pictures of that, and it just got annoying. There are some like older paintings hanging on the walls, and there are a couple of setups with like older clothes that are displayed on some type of mannequin. And that's something that they do in historical homes, particularly museums. We've had Joshua Rex on here before. That's part of what he does as the docent at the museum. He's doing something else, but something similar, is restoring the clothing for period clothing and having it on display and having it all cleaned and fixed and everything. But most of these mannequins are wearing very up-to-date outfits, like really flashy gowns and very modern clothing and stuff. So it's not really keeping in why there are actually mannequins and stuff in old houses. And this isn't a museum. It's people are actually living there. So there's like, oh, there's a mannequin sitting in a Gucci dress on the couch. Okay, cool, I guess. Oh, the guest house has a bunch of heads. They forgot to put anything on them, but okay, I guess. You know, it's I think maybe I'm thinking too hard on it, and they just thought mannequins were creepy and put them in, and they have no idea that that actually is something that happens in houses like this. But because it was never mentioned, it's just something that's there, and I know something about stuff, so I try to make a reason for it to be there. You hope there's a
So
reason. You
I
really
hope
one
so
of the
too.
things that I did catch, that while they were taking the tour, one of the girls of the group steals a doll, one of the dolls,
Yes,
just sticks it in
Taryn.
her purse. Does that ever get resolved? Like, it just, oh, I'm a klepto, he,
Kind of.
and then it's not really referenced later? Kind of?
Yes.
Okay.
Taryn, it turns out, is the one who'd first gotten the email about the house to come live in it, and Michael, her
Uh-huh.
brother, who's dating Nikki, the one who has to like fix herself in the mirror and in the pool, and like she's the stereotypical have to fix the other one is the one who takes all the pictures. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Taryn steals the doll, and then she and Jenny, for some reason, everybody else gets this huge room, and those two are sharing a bed, like a twin bed with one sleeping with their head on the side and one sleeping with their head on the side. But she stuffs the doll under the table. But every time you see the doll, there's children laughing and little sounds of that. And then she has flashbacks to somebody saying, I love you, I love you, I love you, and then hanging themselves and butchered people on the floor. And so I think the doll is something that, since we later find out, big surprise, guys, that she has a connection with this house, that it was probably hers before she was taken away as a child because she was abandoned there, and so it was probably hers, and that's what's bringing back everything, and well, that and the Lizzie Borden demon that is sometimes a poltergeist, sometimes a demon, and sometimes just Lizzie itself, depending on who's talking.
Well,
Yeah.
that does bring up. Yeah, there are quite a few leaps of logic with the script here.
Yeah, they do it over 5 days. It's like this 5 day journey, and like the first day is over when they're like, "Okay, this is the house. When would you like to move in? As soon as possible." Okay. Day
You're
2 is
moving
like,
in.
"We brought our stuff in. Can we get this down in the basement?" It was locked when I got here. There is no key. Okay, then I'll put my stuff up here.
That's
Gotcha, lady who doesn't move or act.
or
She talks
blink.
Lotus
Did she
slowly
ever
too.
blink?
It's almost like they told her, do your worst possible Wednesday Addams impression.
This also has the worst fucking exorcism scene ever. We'll get to that later. But
You get the sense that maybe that was shoehorned in later on while they were filming the movie. Like somebody said, you know what this movie really needs? An exorcism.
yeah, they
They'll
make a point.
really make the whole poltergeist angle pop.
There is a picture you showed I wanted to talk about for like a brief moment. It's the one that looks like a really bad mask.
Okay, there's a couple of those.
It was the first one you showed. It was the first of them.
The one I already showed.
Picture.
Yeah.
This
When you're, yeah, that one there. So like that is how not to paint a Captain Kirk mask. Like I feel like they bought so many of them for the set of Halloween, and they were just leftovers, like just masks that were just malformed. And this company went in and bought them in bulk, and just made 10 masks. Like, and all they did was just paint it gray, because that's what it looks like. They just like flat, like gray paint on the whole thing, and it looks. I can't even believe. Like I almost turned the movie off then. And I will watch anything to the end, no matter how bad it is, because of OCD. But that literally actually almost got me to turn it off.
It's technically slightly more green, but
True.
you know, like
the greenness is what kept him from turning it off.
Yeah, it was a little bit more green. Like they're just.
This makes it look more gray, but it's depending on which angle the light's coming from. This is them staring at somebody and this is them staring at somebody with an axe. So
I think that's supposed to be makeup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be makeup, but it still looks like a really bad mask.
What you gonna do? Oh, I've got an axe. So I'm not gonna use it to kill you though, because they don't kill anybody with an axe.
Yeah, like
by the way.
They flash the axe around, but no one ever gets axed.
Yeah.
There's in the first night
They get stared at a lot.
They get the one girl has Nikki has a nightmare. The boyfriend's the girl who needs to fluff her hair all the time. And she has this sleepwalking condition apparently. And she ends up down in the basement holding an axe. And the other girl finds her and walks her to bed. But they never use the axe. So
they never use
bullshit.
The axe.
It's total bullshit.
Let me show you how they kill people. They stare.
Yep.
Oh look.
No more staring.
So they're staring
at him, and his eyes bleed. She kind of screams, but stares.
Yep.
And here's the thing, guys. There is a difference. You can tell, and we don't get to see it all that much, but you can tell whether it is Lizzie killing people through Diana, or whether it is Lizzie killing people herself. Both ways by just screaming and staring at them. and that is on the positioning of their mouths. Now, this girl, she was killed by Diana. Do you see how her eyes are bleeding, but her mouth hangs straight open?
Mhm.
Yes.
No
she was
discoloration
killed
of the
by
tongue or
Diana.
anything you would expect.
Now, this one was killed by Lizzie, which for some reason makes her jaw go over to the side. How can we compare this since we don't get to see very many of them? Because look, oh, Lizzie's making Michael die. Oh, look, he's crying blood and his mouth is over to the side as well.
So
He
killed
looks like
by,
a young Bruce.
killed
I
either
told
by Lizzie Borden or that ghost from the Ring movies.
Yeah, he looks like a Evil Dead 1 era Bruce Campbell for some reason, like on the side like that with his face like morphed over. That was weird.
Groovy.
I was going to watch this to prep for tonight's show, but I was overruled for Blood and Honey. Ah,
I still
well,
didn't
it's
watch
okay.
Blood
I
and
heard
Honey.
that wasn't very
Yeah.
good either. So
They're making a sequel to Blood and Honey.
Nice. I need to watch the first one still.
Yeah, so do I. But moving along, so basically, all this weird stuff is happening in the house. They're all mentioning it, and so they decide to have a birthday party. And this leads to one of my favorite scenes, nice little laugh out loud scenes. I kind of mentioned this in the initial review that Dell and I did for the Movies and Beer podcast back in the day, a few years ago. Was the fact that they're in the living room, everybody's in the living room, kind of making all the decorations for the big party blowout. And I forget which one of them it was, but she just flips out and goes, "I got to leave this house right now." And she just runs by, gets in the car, can't start the car, goes back inside. "I got to take your car." Okay. And she tries 3 times. None of the cars work. But everybody's still just, hanging out in the living room, doing all the prep for the party, just kind of watching her run back and forth, going, "Oh, that's just her."
yeah,
Nobody
I found it
questions.
hilarious.
Hey, we just got back using those cars. Why aren't they working?
and
Right.
the cops like problems? No, nothing's wrong.
Right.
And
Nothing at
Well, let's
all.
talk about this cop. He does. Is he always on? I mean, does he never go home?
yeah,
Because he always
pretty
like
much.
shows up at all hours. Just, "Hi, I'm a cop."
I think he secretly lives in the guest house.
Yeah, not probably his car.
They have the guest house, yet Jenny and
Next
Terry
door.
need to share a bed
He has the house
in the
next
main
door.
house. He is deeply involved in the house though, so he and Diana have secret talks while I'm sure it's one of them. Yes, they are home now. I'm working on my best impressions. I think this
Yay!
one's easy to do.
You're giving her too
No,
much emotion.
kids.
I know, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so she's running around. And also nobody thinks to why don't you just fucking call a cab? It's not like it's the middle of the night and you're having this problem where oh God, nobody's cars will start. We're stuck out in the middle of the country. No, you're on a main street in a
Walk.
town.
Just
And
walk.
I know, yeah, there are taxis in Massachusetts. I'm pretty goddamn sure. They,
Walk to Walmart.
walk to a hotel. Go somewhere. You don't have to just hang out in there. You could ask the cop for a ride somewhere, even though he's sus. I think that's what the kids call it these days.
Yeah.
I would say sketch, but now apparently he's sus.
According to our kids, yes.
To which?
The sus part.
Oh,
Sketch
okay.
means what she's doing on her notepad.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so they decide to have this birthday party, and it's just oh, okay, so we're gonna bring over people that half of them she didn't even know. I don't know. I did see Blood and Honey. I felt that they could have done a lot more with it. Basically, the backstory is all given by text at the beginning. The rest is a straightforward slasher flick. All right, cool.
We know what to expect.
Yep.
Hopefully better than this. But yeah.
Well, it's done by the same company that brought us The Killing Tree, so
True.
I like how when we were talking about the exorcism and There's one kid who they make him like, he shows up and I met him at the church youth group thing or whatever.
Right.
And then I lead youth group services, and he hangs a crucifix on his bulletin board. And then when the friends from the party come in, he's
Big
like, I hope.
prominent cross necklace
Yeah, and
during
it's
the
like,
pool party.
I hope that so-and-so comes. She's off limits because you're Catholic and she's Jewish, and it just wouldn't work out. Okay, that works, I guess. And this is important because, as with when they added Father Morning suddenly in for an exorcism that wasn't going to happen before in The Exorcist 3, suddenly they decide that what's going on requires, even though we see, wait a second, where was it? Oh yeah, them standing together. Da-da-da. They decide that they need to exorcise Lizzie's demon from Diana, but keep Taryn away because they figure Taryn finds a box, and it turns out that she is the lost Borden child, the last living Borden. Her father abandoned her at the house after the 1992 murders, where her mother hung herself in the basement. Even though she wasn't Borden by blood, she apparently killed everybody and hung herself in the basement. Not really sure. And then her dad abandoned her, took a different name, married Diana, and went on his merry way. And the police officer took her to the orphanage, and then she was adopted. And so they're like, well, Lizzie could attach on to you, even though she seems to attach on to people that are not Bordens, because her mother was not a
Yeah.
Borden, nor is Diana. They were just husbands to Mr. Borden.
And the way
But
that
people have been
her
running
brother,
around and getting killed really terribly.
yeah, the way that her brother reacts to this revelation is absolutely priceless. It's just over the top. Just no, this isn't true. Run toward the door. Throw a tantrum.
Yeah, he's a big whiny baby.
Yeah,
I'm like,
big old honking whiny baby.
you're my sister by adoption. No, dude, you're still related. It's all good. You don't have.
It's fine.
Man, calm down.
It's okay.
But yeah, so they just keep getting stared at as they go room by room, and then finally, okay, people are dying, but they're dying by getting stared at, folks. Like, oh wait, there is one scene, best scene in the goddamn movie, and this is all I can get for it because I couldn't get the right shot. There's this little, she's Harry Potter right there, living under the stairs.
Yeah,
Initially in the good scene, she's facing the other way, and she's in her sleepwalking mode, and you just see, like, she looks up at something, she's like, you weren't invited to my party. And then yoink, she just slides backwards. So there's a bit of yoinking going on in places.
Yoinking.
But
If
you don't see what's yoinking.
If you look at that picture, where, like, if you were to zoom in that picture, you'd see Dobby's lifeless body on the floor in front of her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like, she's the new Harry Potter.
I can see Dobby hunched over, like, to the bottom right there. It looks like Dobby from behind, like kneeling on the floor.
But I gave you a sock. What gives? I gave you my sock. Boo. Yes.
Yes. We're going.
The only problem is there was no chopping in this chop shop.
Yeah, there was no chopping. They just died with their eyes bleeding, their mouths either going or So yeah, it just depends on who. But yeah, they're all locked in the house. Diana gets in somehow, even though they can't get out. And they're like, we'll exorcise her. Dude, I can't do an exorcism. You're the only one who can. Mister, we announced that you were Catholic and you couldn't date the Jewish girl just for the sake of being able to have you perform the exorcism. Ha ha ha. And so they grab duct tape. And they somehow,
As you do.
Diana's there, without Lizzie and her axe, and isn't killing them for some reason. But there's a mannequin sitting on the couch in the background. They're like taping her wrists and her feet together. And the cop shows up. And he's just like, what are you doing? And they're like, we're going to have an exorcism. You could help. Nah. But he doesn't stop them at any point from
I'll
duct
watch.
taping this woman. Or, they're like, I'll just run around. Oh, so you're going to, I'll go down in the basement with you. Okay, I'll just watch this, hanging out. And Yeah. And I've seen enough exorcism films. We've all talked about this. We were talking about it before last week or some night. And God the Father compels you. God the Son compels you. God the Holy
No, no.
Ghost compels you are the only things he says.
His exact words were, "God the Father commands you,"
Oh, commands. Okay.
but he doesn't really commands you to do what, sir?
Yeah, he just keeps switching between God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Ghost, commanding him. Which, as far as I know, I've never read, and I don't read the Rite of Exorcism. It's not something I have memorized, but they say similar things, but that's the
Right.
only thing that he says. And well, it's the only exorcism I've ever seen that includes the person getting exorcised going,
Neener, neener, neener.
yeah.
I want to point out I did a short film where I played a priest doing an exorcism in a house. It's a short comedy horror film, and I feel like my exorcism was 10 times better. And all I was doing is I had my Poe Bible. I just had it tilted to look like a regular leather bound Bible, and I was hitting myself with the head doing the chant for my Monty Python, and it totally exorcised that demon.
That was so much fun. I loved
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Did the
Yeah.
demon possessed call you Jive Turkey at one point?
Nope, but I did do the whole scene from The Exorcist where I stood out by the lamppost, and then I stole their mail when I left. That's what my character wanted to do.
Oh yeah,
I was in
forgot
character,
about
man.
that.
Hi, Mariah. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah,
A lot.
so I don't know how long they went on with this exorcism of theirs, but
Too long.
didn't seem like a very long time. Just, a couple of tries, and Cap goes, "Well, you failed. Here, shoot yourself."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of odd too. Well, I thought he was giving her the first time I watched it. I thought he was just giving him the gun to shoot her, and then all of a sudden,
Oh
like
yeah.
he has this gun, and she's upstairs, Taryn holding the door because they don't want the thing that's possessing her to fly straight into Taryn. So, because it'd be better if it was one of them, I guess, like the guy with the gun gets it or something.
Right.
And all of a sudden it's morning and the door stops shaking. And so she opens it to run down, and we've already seen her brother was dead laying at the bottom of the stairs because Lizzie stared at him while she was supposedly inhabiting the body that they were trying to exorcise, but nobody noticed that. And she gets down just in time to see Sam shoot himself in the head and blood spray everywhere, and get told by the police officer that she's home now. She's supposed to be here. The house has been haunting him since he took her away from it. And then her and Diana just buddy up and walk out together, and with blankets, and her eyes glow red, and she says she's home. And that's the whole fucking, like, there's a bunch of people dying. Like, some guy gets shut in a sauna and that's how he dies. Nobody dies with an axe. It's a Lizzie fucking Borden movie, and nobody dies with an axe. And they didn't do the Lizzie Borden house, and she was green in some areas and gray in another. And I'm really upset with this movie, and I've had to watch it twice now.
I feel like this could have been wrapped up with like a breaking the fourth wall moment, when they were explaining how it was supposed to be this way, and they could have been like, "Look, it's right here in the script," and that would have saved the whole movie, and that could have been the end, and then it brought some levity, and I would have laughed, and
Yeah, it would have been great.
I would have went, okay, well, brilliant. Okay.
It wasn't until the last night at the birthday party when the friends show up to go swimming and hanging out, when they're like, yeah, nobody, and they're like, why didn't anybody come? Well, because you live in a murder house. What? We live in a murder house? And then, she had, we live in a murder house? Oh, they're just making that up. Well, the fucking internet says that this would be the address that the murders took place in, and then more murders.
I'd be buying the house because of that.
Mom is making her call. Do the Clue multiple endings. That would be fun. The monkeys star in American Poltergeist.
No, because then it would be a better movie. I like the monkeys.
And what's making me nervous is when I was looking up to grab some info about this movie, I saw American Poltergeist 7 listed somewhere. So I'm really hoping
What's
that
the whole
this gonna-
series?
based off
7?
of this one. It's not just a different American
It's
Poltergeist.
no,
It's
it's a whole indie terrible series. Yeah.
oh my god.
Oh dear.
I'm glad we're skipping the
no,
next one.
no.
I would
No.
say my
God,
soul
no.
just died a little inside, but I'd have to have one for that to happen.
I mean,
So we are not watching
no.
the rest of the American Poltergeist series for you guys. If you would like
Nope.
to torture yourself, you are more than welcome to. But the crew here at Tomb, we put ourselves through a lot for you guys sometimes. And so, like Killer Sofa, oh my god, we loved that. That was great. Watch
Rubber.
that totally. But some of these
Yeah.
things and some of these are
Lamageddon,
like bad
not so much.
sluts.
We've had some good ones too, man. We had Killer Sofa, of course.
We had Robert.
Yeah, we had Rubber, which is one of my all-time favorite
Uh-huh.
movies.
Yeah.
And what else did we have? Oh, Moose.
Yeah.
Was
Moose
very good.
too.
We've had 3 really
We
good
had
ones.
the hippies.
Yeah, yep.
And then
Can't
3 good
remember the
ones,
name of
3 or
that
4
one, but
okay
we got-
ones. A couple really bad ones.
But yeah,
one more
I think we're
bad
mixing it up well. We haven't been completely let down by this experience so far.
We're
It's still in the middle.
so
Yeah.
did you guys want to hear the 5-star reviews?
There
Oh,
were
yes.
5-star
Amazon.
reviews for this.
There was a couple of them, at least 2.
Okay.
Oh my God,
one
that's
comment
too
real
many.
quick, and then we'll go into that.
Okay.
Rubber was a very
Okay.
existential thrill.
So-
Yes, we loved Rubber.
Yeah,
It
check
was
out a Rubber
great.
episode.
Rubber is fantastic. Okay, so from
Man.
the Amazon page listing for American Poltergeist from Stacy, 5 stars. This movie is hilarious. This movie is the best comedy I have seen in a long time. The main character only exists to vomit exposition to actually let you know what's happening. It's bloated beyond reason. Oh, I need to break this window. Better have a 4-minute scene where I walk into the basement and find something to break it with. The dialogue is clunky and the actors aren't even dinner theater caliber. Ouch. It was sorry boring. Oh, and some light and anti-Semitism. Why did I just stumble over that word? I don't know. Thrown in there, and a real ham-handed exorcism that I think was reshot so that they can change the title to cash in on the Poltergeist movie craze. As a plus, I thought some of the makeup was okay.
Why does that 5-star review sound very sarcastic? Have very sarcastic notes to it. It's like they clicked 5-star, but trashing through the whole text message.
I think it's because they wanted to make sure that people saw it. So if they gave it a 5-star, there's like 1 or 2, they're gonna read them.
If I have to suffer, you're all going to have to suffer with me. He he he.
I will not suffer alone.
And then
I
there's
mean,
Blair D. Williamson.
But I keep
Go
bringing
ahead.
you with me.
I was trying to find the one. No, you can't see. I didn't get one with her. But if you see there, those contacts, yeah, she got good contacts. So I think that's what.
That's where
Those
most
are
of the budget went.
those are $15 contacts, man.
That's 90%
best.
budget. For the
So
movie.
there's Blair D. Williamson, 5 stars, all good. Can't say it was a great movie, but Rebecca Vega Romero was in it, so that made it worthwhile.
Which one was she?
I don't know.
Man, you guys are killing me.
Okay, why don't you
That's
enlighten us, Raz?
the possessed lady at the house.
Raz is disgusted with us now. He's
I'm
going to
sad.
take us to school.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Some things people need to come to on their own. You know what I'm saying? But Romero, she's royalty.
Yeah, but she wasn't
No,
actually.
she
in this
can't
movie,
be.
Was she? No, she's not in this movie. That's why I was like, oh wait, she was Rebecca Vega Romero.
Yes.
REBBEKAHVEGA Romero.
Yep.
She was Stacy.
Yes.
That would be this one. That's her.
Yep.
That's who they're talking about.
Okay. So one of the party attendees.
Yes.
The first or second to die.
I think she was actually the first.
I think so.
But is she? I mean, is that really? Is she? Okay, now I'm doing my thing. She's a true Gryffindor.
She is.
Yeah, I'm reading the same thing. Proud member is back. Was biracial, Latina badass.
No, I'm just messing with you guys. She's not.
Okay.
Okay, I thought
I was
she
going to say,
related
what's the
to
type?
I
of
just
nerd
really
Romero
want to mess
here?
with you guys for a
I'm
minute.
like,
Okay.
that's a dick.
Well, he does
Oh.
best.
Making us learn about
Right.
stupid things, and
But she's a better actress than what that movie portrayed. She actually was really big in the theater field. I know her more from like live theater than I do from films. 'Cause
okay,
the
I
films
was
she's
gonna
done
say
is not. But she's actually primarily was a theater actor before.
okay, because she's not in any good movies.
Oh God, no. No.
You had me here being like, God, I feel like an
What?
idiot. How did
Yeah.
I
I
not
just wanted.
recognize?
I haven't fucked with you guys in a while, so I thought
Okay.
days.
Okay,
Raz is playful tonight.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Caesar Romero. Okay.
gonna axe you.
Okie dokie. Yeah. Me. Okay, so round robin then. What did we think of this movie? Go ahead, Del.
We're going out of 10.
Sure.
Yep. I give it. Well, really? Okay. Hinata and I would like to give this 1 out of 10 non-bleeding axes. That's our the axe was
Right.
there. It was never bloody. It's fucking Lizzie Borden 1 because you can't give something a 0. So there you go.
Raz.
I'm gonna give it 2 deflated tires.
Okay.
We moved off of moose to rubber ratings.
Well, yeah, this season I started doing tires, like because we went to the 10 system, so I had to switch it up. So I've been doing tires. Like I just no, I'll give it 3. There were at least some things that I've seen that are far worse than this, like far worse. That I would actually give a 1 to. And this, it wasn't great. Obviously, it was pretty bad, but worse out there exists, and I've seen it. So I'll give it a 3 just because I know what's out there.
All right.
Okay.
Friday.
You already put my rating
Ready?
on the screen.
What?
Can we go
You are-
negatives?
You already put my rating on the screen.
I don't see your rating.
Exactly.
Yes, you
It's
did.
0.
You just put it up.
What?
I'm
That?
confused.
No.
Oh.
It
Oh,
was in
shit.
the comments.
Quit doing that. God damn it.
Oh, 2 empty lip bags.
Oh, and Hufflepuffs are better. So
I
there.
hope we are.
I'm a Slytherin.
Same.
My Slither buddy.
So, Chaos, what you got?
I repeat, can we go in the negatives?
Nope, no negatives.
Now I have to go with 1 as well.
All right.
Just damn that. Just
Okay.
I'm gonna find you guys some real
Uncle
ones.
Necro's
soon.
rating. Uncle Necro's rating. First of all, I am part Hufflepuff and part Ravenclaw, kind of a Raven Puff, I guess. And also, this is the second time I've watched this, and the second time around, I even watched it 1.5 speed on YouTube just to get through it faster. And even then, it was too long. I'm giving it a 1 out of 10. Unbloody axes.
the ones prevail.
All right. And Mariah would say this movie was a solid 2 disgruntled workers. While it primarily sucked, it was laughable at some points. So I have to give it something for making me be my normal sarcastic self. I mean, the
Fair
reason
enough.
it gets on is the you weren't invited to my party. Sweet. Yoink.
That's probably the best part in the entire movie, and then it's just
Dude, I'm gonna have to start putting some of my movies on our wheel at some point in time, just because I want you guys to make fun of them very badly.
I do check, by the
'Cause
way.
I do.
I go out and look at, like, who
We shall
directs
gladly
and
do so.
stars and stuff, and double check, like, okay, there's nobody that we might know in this, right?
Yeah.
If we're gonna be.
But I really want you guys to do one of mine, just because I think it would be hilarious for us to make fun of it together. Because I do.
I own at least 2 of them, so yeah. And then Josh is trying to make people at work watch them as well.
Oh my God! Don't do that.
No.
They're still better than that.
That's
What we
a good way
just
to get
watched.
fired.
It's being
They're
as you're
both-
his friend.
They're both better than what we just watched. I will at least say that.
Honey, today I had to talk to HR all those movies. But okay, so
Come on.
next time, normally at this
The
point we would
manager asked,
trot out.
I sent her the DVD.
Normally at this time we trot out the Wheel of the Terrible to give it a spin to see what we're going to watch next time. But this time
Okay, hold
around,
on.
because it's so close,
I'm gonna play the music real quick before you announce the movie, even though we aren't doing the spin. So it's like, instead of a drum roll, you get 15 seconds of Tubular Bells.
Sure. All right. So, as I was saying, because we're so close to Thanksgiving, we are instead going to be watching the classic movie, Thanksgiving.
It's been a family tradition for me since that movie came out. I always watch that and the Hunger Games movies while I eat food.
And we shall try to. I'm pushing this button, but it's not working. There we go. Now you need to see Raz movies. I haven't yet seen some of Raz movies.
They're comedy. Like, all of them are comedy horror. That's mostly what I do, man. I have some serious stuff, but mostly I do comedy horror.
If we can get the heads up from him, we might be able to host a Raz movie night or a couple of nights on the Discord.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah,
fun.
I'd be down for that.
You can have him with Thanksgiving. Yes, how's yeah.
Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
Wow, people are actually jazzed. Wow. Okay.
It's a classic, man.
I'm just
It's a cult classic.
I'm just amused that there was no Thanksgiving 2. There is a Thanksgiving 3, which is about trying to find Thanksgiving 2.
Amongst other things.
I have not seen it, but I've heard all about it because Raz is my friend.
I love Thanksgiving.
Oh, well, you can watch it.
It'll be the most interesting hour of your life.
And yes, we can MSTQ.
Yes, please. I'm down for that. I'm
way
definitely down. I would love that.
Everybody's all excited about it. Okay,
There we
so
go.
we're going to figure this out. We will. So here's the deal, folks. What you need to do, go ahead and subscribe down below. And that way you're set up for us on YouTube or wherever you're watching us from. Because subscribe for us on YouTube, because we're trying to get the channels up and everything, new network, want to do all the things. Also, go and join. If you click on any of our links, you can get to our Discord. You can go to our website, we'll get you to the Discord. Our Facebook stuff should get you to the Discord. All of the links that I included on this thing should get you to the Discord. Join the Discord. We do not have a bot sitting there ordering things right now because Discord has been updating fucking nearly daily lately.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be paying for a bot that then is going to be going down or having to be updated every day as well. So we will hop over and be checking on that every day and make sure that you get the roles so you can hop in and join the club and see everything. And we will organize between Discord and everything else so that we can talk to everyone to go ahead and have a Raz T Slasher movie contest. Movie marathon, or movie couple day marathon, something like that, depending on how much time we all have. And we will do something at the contest because I said contest. So we have prizes. I have prizes. We'll give away something of Raz's. We're just going to start giving away his shit. We'll have him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything with it. I have all kinds of shit you all can have around here, I'm sure, somewhere. I mean, I get a nice binder, that I use every day.
Your books.
I'm just gonna reach around, look around my area, and just grab something, put it in a box, and send it to you. That's what'll happen, probably. That sounds very me.
I don't say that because that means I have to. Okay, I'm at Windows.
No,
10.
11 is wonderful.
Okay.
11 is wonderful.
Oh,
It's better than
okay.
10 was.
God damn it.
I upgraded immediately when 11 came out because I wanted to see, and I actually like it a lot.
All right.
Oh, Discord's gonna be like that till January 4th. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, after we get that fixed on Discord, or if somebody wants to give us a free bot that does all that shit and knows how to do it,
Yeah. If you know bots, let
Just
us know.
know
We need
there.
help.
we know. Well, we need help anyway, but
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
that's
And
why
that
we
is-
have so many padded cell episodes.
Yep.
And anybody
All right.
who is watching and wants to come hang out with us, let us know. We love
Yeah.
having people hang out with us in here and on padded cells and on campfire nights where we tell stories and stuff. So let us know if you want to be a guest on the show and hang out with us and have some fun. Yeah, we're all about it.
Yeah.
We want people. We like hanging out. As long as you don't come on and be a dick. That's the only thing you got to worry about.
Yeah, don't do that.
If you cannot be a dick, you can hang out. Be on the show.
Oh yeah, suffer with us.
Yeah. You have to wear something up top. As long as your hands are not required, you know.
Gobbly gobbly.
If you are standing up, just hold a sheet. You know, it all works.
Okay, so
No, don't do that to your cat. That'd be terrible.
Del, where can we find you?
Okay, so the crow is Del. Me, this body belongs to Carrie Kari Sanders. You can find her on YouTube and on Facebook and all these other wonderful places. But if you go to her Facebook, that's where all of her links are at. And if you talk to anyone but her, you'll probably hear from Friday, or Friday will let me know that I need to reply to somebody somewhere. So that's it. And when I'm not here tomorrow night, for instance, I will be on the Dorkening Network with Splash Pages. And tomorrow night we have Franco, writer of Itty Bitty Hellboy, and some other things. We're going to have some interviews, hang out for a little bit, and read some comics. So read Itty Bitty Hellboy and check us out tomorrow night over on Splash Pages. And that's me.
Nice.
And yes, Friday handles
Raz,
everything. It's awesome.
where can we find you?
Right now I'm at home. So there's that. But yeah, RastySlasher.com. Just type in RastySlasher to all the social medias to talk directly to Jenny instead of me. That would be fantastic. Yeah, and just because I'm still reminding people, our big Krampus event at Hell's Dungeon, conveniently located in Dayton, Ohio, is the December 15th and 16th from 8 to 11 on both those nights. So it's an all new show again. We're going all Krampus theme this year. So yeah, stop by. Meet the sock.
All right. Friday.
My page is Friday with the Library in the Blue Box. My group is Friday Blues Disorganized Library. His stuff is Overlord Chaos, which I also cover. Basically, find me at Fake Horror, find me at Rads, find me at Dells. Type in something and you'll find me. Oh yeah, an Owlite. You'll find me there too. Just say hi, Friday.
And
Nifty.
what does Uncle
Well,
have to say?
Necro has to say. What does the fox say? Anyway,
It says something
but,
really horrible that I can't do because my throat's kind of sore.
Yeah.
But you can find me, your Uncle Necro, on the Owlite Society. And I dwell here in eastern Nebraska on a farm where I torture myself with really bad movies and listen to really good musics. And I write on several blogs, and I do a lot of podcasting, and I throw a podcast to the wall just to set sticks. So, yeah, you can find me around Movies and Beer Podcast. So until next time, happy Thanksgiving. And for our non-American people, enjoy your Thursday. And we'll see you around. Get some help.